Hey everyone, Susie here with Where Soul Meets Body. Just checking in to do a quick video as I am very excited about some new things I'm going to be introducing to the practice within the next couple of weeks. So obviously we are in the virtual age and we are still fighting a pandemic. So it's absolutely understandable as to why a lot of you are still apprehensive to come in and get your massages. However, I don't think you need to suffer without your self-care for any longer. Over the summer and throughout the time I was closed, I did do some self-care videos on my YouTube channel, which go over a lot of the things that we'll cover in these virtual sessions. However, the good part is you won't have to watch an entire hour-long video just to get the few minutes that pertain to what's going on in your body. And then you don't have to search or anything like that. These will be all customized. To start, it will be in 3 sections for the normal virtual massage session. So for the one-on-one sessions, we'll start with a consultation. This can be done, especially for my return clients, either through email, over the phone, through text, or we can do a video chat. The consultation will just basically be 10 minutes to see where you're at. I know some of you saw me when I first opened and are now waiting until you get vaccinated. And I know some of you just are waiting altogether. So we'll kind of see where your body is at throughout this very stressful year, which has definitely continued into 2021. From there, I'll put together a short plan where we can go over yoga poses and stretches, self-massage, even using tools within your own home. Don't worry if you don't have a foam roller, you could use a soup can, things of that nature. We'll go over some breath work, which is absolutely necessary in this day and age to help calm you, help relieve some stress. We can also go over some tips that you can just do every day that will help to take some stress off of your body and off of your mind. And, we can also, if you want, you can show me like where your office is if you're working at home, so I can see what your setup is. And from there, I can give you some tips if you need to put a couple books under your laptop or something to make your office at home a little bit ergonomic so that you are not putting more strain on your body. So we'll do that second session, which will probably be about 20 to 30 minutes. And that way you can have some tools that you can use even beyond these sessions and even when you come back. And overall, in the long run, you will see some drastic changes. After that session, I'll give you about a week to try some of these things out, and then we'll do a follow-up session. From there, if you want to continue, we can definitely continue and pull out some different things and, kind of progress as we go. Or if you're okay with just that one set of sessions, that's good. As long as you keep yourself accountable, that's pretty much what this is all about. Finding the ways to do your self-care for yourself at home when other options are not available. These sessions are going to be on a sliding scale because I know a lot of us are limited financially right now. And I want to make this as accessible to as many people as possible. So I'm still working on all of that, but it's going to be a sliding scale. So, we can discuss the details further one-on-one if you're interested in booking a session. Additionally, I am going to do couples massages or partner massages. If you have a roommate or your significant other, even if you want to trade with your kid. I mean, we're kind of stuck within our own households right now. So, if you want to give more of a real massage with those that you share your household with, we'll do a session that is no longer than 60 minutes where you can each practice on each other, and I will guide you through the different techniques. You don't need a massage table for this. You can easily do it laying on the floor with the other person kneeling over you. And of course, if you have bad knees, then, we'll adjust based on each person's needs. And then, there are other ways. You can do it on the bed as well. But this might be a good way for you to each get a little bit more than just rubbing yourself like this. That is great, but everybody knows a real massage feels much better from somebody else. So I would be happy to do these types of sessions, which will also be on a sliding scale, where you're each getting a turn to work on each other and give feedback, and then I can correct you with body mechanics and things of that nature. And don't worry, I'm not going to give away all of my secrets because then none of you will come back. But it's just a good alternative for the time being. Lastly, which might take a little bit longer to introduce, I'm gonna start doing some trauma touch sessions. So trauma touch is more of an energetic type of modality. It is something that I have talked about with some of you, but a lot of you still don't know what it is or have never heard of me speak of it. What this is a therapy that is, it's based off of the principle that your muscles hold memory. And when you've been through a traumatic situation or you're severely overstressed, like everybody is these days, your body will hold on to these. And sometimes what ends up happening is you lose the mind-body connect. So you're living in your mind and you can't feel what's going on in your body. Sometimes this can translate into emotions or patterns that you don't know why you're continuing some negative patterns in your life. And other times it can just transform as chronic pain. So with these sessions, we'll kind of go over some things that may be bothering you. And there's an endless amount of possibilities in this type of work, to the point where I can't even spend a lot of time explaining it because it is so different on each individual basis, because you as the client are completely in control of the situation. So in a normal trauma touch environment, they're typically done in 10 sessions. Again, this is going to be on a sliding scale. And I know that this in particular is a very, very important work right now. So I encourage you, if you are interested, to ask more. And I would be happy to share anything that I can regarding this modality. But going back to kind of what it does is it helps you to recognize different sensations that you're feeling in your body that may be associated with deep trauma. It can even be recent trauma, PTSD, physical, trauma, whether it's abuse or an injury. Physical trauma has a wide variety. It can be emotional trauma. It can be sexual trauma. It can be anything of that nature that you may be storing in your body that is not allowing you to live your full potential. And it does get confused a lot with psychotherapy because it does have a very close relationship with that. But again, staying within my scope of practice, we can uncover so much where you're like, oh, why haven't I figured that out earlier? Or, oh, I had no idea that that's why I had such chronic back pain. Through the therapy, you're helping your neurotransmitters to create different pathways. So then you can start making some better decisions, or start recognizing when you're getting so stressed out that you just need to take a breath before you get to that spot where you are overwhelmed. Throughout the process, you'll find that you can do a lot of this on your own, and you'll have to continue to do this on your own in order to make it a lifelong, change. And honestly, the tools are just so great. And I am so very passionate about this modality, especially because, I have experienced traumas myself, and I have done some of this therapy, and it just really helps you to have some additional tools, especially if you find normal psychotherapy doesn't work for you. Not that it doesn't work, but it's not working to the full potential. Everybody heals differently. And for some people, they just need to really dig down deep. And then with another part of this is bringing some joy back into your life, letting your inner child out. Some people have let their inner child hide for so long that they just don't know how to just enjoy life. So we can do things like, and again, the possibilities are infinite because you are completely in charge of what you want to do and how quickly your healing process is going to be. So, just to give some examples, there can be art therapy. We can go for walks, each wearing our mask, keeping social distance. I'll meet up with you somewhere and we'll go for a walk. Music, just even, journaling. Journaling is huge for trauma touch therapy because it allows you to really look at why these traumas are still there. And it will help to bring things to the surface, which really does make you uncomfortable. But in the long run, it's so amazing the transformations that I've heard of and that I've seen through this therapy. Again, it sounds so confusing and it sounds all over the place because it really can be. So I invite you to talk to me more if you're interested. And like I said, this is going to be on a sliding scale as well. My normal price for it is a little expensive, but it's not going to be anywhere near that. I want to make this as accessible as possible because let's face it, we need it right now. We are in a constant state of stress and what is going to happen next, that our bodies can only handle so much before our mind just completely takes over, and sometimes it's gonna shut everything down. Keep yourself happy, keep yourself healthy by doing one of these or all of these virtual massages. I am so excited to try something new. And although video sometimes makes me a little uncomfortable, I am so willing to be vulnerable to help you out. I really look forward to hearing from some of you, hopefully most of you, and I look forward to also hopefully getting some new clients in exploring this new avenue of where soul meets body. Additionally, I just want to point out that when things are back to normal, I do have some other great ideas to add to the practice, but I don't want to get ahead of myself and I don't want to make this video too long. I really appreciate you watching. I appreciate all the support throughout the last year and into this year. And I cannot wait until I can just see all of you again and it doesn't have to be so stressful. Have a good one.